The championship game of the Blue Ridge Hockey League between the A team, no relation to the A team. Mr. T could not be located in enough time to skate in today's contest against the not Indiana Sentinels. That about sum it up. We're going to have fun today here on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. It's the Blue Ridge Pickup Hockey League Championship Sunday. Let's make sure Mr. Rope and Miss Ashley Lima there don't get into any shenanigans on the wings. Clay Bush chasing after the puck. His bio reads as follows. He's Clay Bush and you're not. Here's a turnover and a shot that is shut down. It's loose in the slot. A pirouetting backhander is stopped. And we get a whistle. Now, one of the myriad of different rules here in the BRPHL is that the clock does not stop for those types of sequences, which means I do not have to press the button as often as I do on road games. There's a poke check. Look out. Here's Clay. He's got a break. He scores. Bottle popping time. 1-0. Sentinels. .103 unassisted. He didn't look like he was towing anything on that one. He was moving quickly. Sentinels win the face-off. Up the wall. Do we have icing? No. Waved off by Max Ivanov. He's one of our two referees today. It's Max squared. Here's an intercept. Diving play. Jim in goal for the Ed team, who's been battling a lower body injury for the last 37 years. Oh, it's not Jim. Okay. There's a shot that's patted away from the Ed team. Jim's playing for the Sentinels, I should say. Previously for the Ed team. Up the wall it goes. Could not be held in. Comes to center. Max Macchione says everybody's offside. You got to touch back up. Kevin Jennings and his tinted visor. Lost sight of the puck, probably because of the tinted visor. Hoisted to center. And thrown back in. Alan Frank is in goal for the A team. Thank you, Shelley, for that. By the way, Kelsey Martian is operating our camera this afternoon. We thank her for that. Scott Whitaker moving in on it. That's picked off. And boy, turning on the Jets the other way. Here comes the A team. There's a shot. That's patted away by Jim. To the far side it goes. Held in. Shot redirected just wide. That came off the stick of Jesse Bebel, who chases after it in his own end now. Intercepted. Centering pass could not be picked up. Cleared to center by Josh DeWild. Here's a centering pass. Oh my, Jim! I guess he put the WD-40 in the hip flexor there as he makes a couple of big stops and gets the cover. Jim's a native of New Jersey, so I'm assuming he took some Martin Brodeur tape into this one. Tie up on the draw. Sentinels trying to clear. They can't. There's a shot that's paddled away. Liam Bridgman with it on the far side. He can't hold on to it. And brought up the wing now by the Sentinels. Poked back to center. And now Bush brings it across offside and throws his arm up, disagreeing with the call of Max Macchione. Max Macchione says, I'm wearing stripes and you're not. Therefore, so a neutral zone face-off. Bush goes D to D with it to Nathan Kearney, who sends it in off the stick of Whitaker. That one sent towards the net, off a skate in front, and now picked up by not Sidney Crosby, rather Jay Taylor. Oh, what a move. In on the breakaway, pad save. Centering pass, Lima drop pass. That's blocked. Pinballing around, held in at the point by Osborne, who throws it down low. That's Nate Osborne, a frequenter of my Facebook profile, as it's tapped to center. Osborne tapped into the zone. Taylor along the far side, centers it off a stick wide. Sentinels have it now. Up they come, 2-on-1. There's a shot, pad save, rebound there. Score! Poked in, I believe, by Steele Scott. That's correct. Hi, Kendra. 2-0. Oh, did everyone down there hear that too? They might have actually heard that in Abingdon. Kearney picks up the apple on that one. 2-0 Sentinels. That looked like a trip. One of the Maxes probably should have called that, but we'll play on. Picked up by Jesse Bebel and played ahead. Ed team looking to get something going. They were the champions of this league in the first season. And now Clay Bush throws it rink wide. Foot raised for it. Down low it goes. Centered. Bush couldn't get the shot away cleanly. That one sent on goal. Still it's loose. Couldn't be covered. And the Ed team able to scramble over to pick it up and carry it out. Brought in by Taylor, who shoots and misses just wide. Battle for it along the far side. Kearney had his man tied up. Held in by Babel, left point. Stumbles, but keeps it alive. Trying to send it towards the net. Oh, what a tip! It's loose. They score! Punched in by Liam Bridgman. And the Ed team cuts the lead back in half. That one went off a couple of Sentinel twigs in the slot. And Bridgman, Johnny on the spot there, picked it up and put it in. 7.5 to go in the first. There's a shot, nearly went through the 5-hole, and a diving cover. That one came off the stick of Mason Vance, who will take the draw here and win it. Back to the point, Brad Gentry. Gentry surveys, sends it towards the middle. That's broken up. Jennings couldn't handle it. Gentry in, shoots, scores! Gentry off the turnover, ties it. Just like that, it's 2-2. Little top shelf action right there. Sentinels win the draw. They've given up 2 in a quick amount of time, kind of like last night. Both sides of the scorecard. Bobcats had 2 in 36 seconds as that shot's blocked. Thunderbirds responded in the third with 2 in 22 seconds to take the lead. Osborne tried to get that one on goal, could not, and now it's swept the opposite way. Gentry picks it up and maneuvers ahead. DeWild couldn't handle it. Whitaker poked at by DeWild and now thrown into the zone. Oh, moving in is Price. What a poke check. Picked up, and that shot blocked off the stick of Bridgman. Price back of the net. Or I should say Mason Vance back of the net. Whacked around in front. Bush will clear it. Much needed. As the Sents were running around a little bit in their own end right there. Bush, who opened the scoring, sends it ahead. Couldn't find the stick of Robert Carpentieri, and that's icing, which we do have in this league, by the way. Unfortunately, Wes McCauley's not here to referee this one, so we're stuck with Max and Max. Tie up on the draw. Bush off the wall. Not out yet. Good physical play there. Chopped out of the way. Rope is chasing after it and set to center. Whiffed at. Now whack for it at the red line. And Rope will get to it. Good back. Good read on the attempted breakout pass there. It'll be brought ahead by Jay Taylor. Bush picked his pocket. And the Sentinels will try and break this out. Held in for the moment. Carpentieri has it picked off at the red line. Pass too far for Taylor. Steele Scott. D-to-D Clay Bush. And out. Picked up at center by Bibel. Off the stick of Taylor. Lima up the wing with it. Centers it. Intercepted by Bush. Tried to get fancy there. Got away with it. Nope. Carpenter holds the line. Or I should say McAllister holds the line. And the shot's squeezed. And we get a whistle. .3:10 to go in the first in a 2-2 game. Lima had a shot at that. Loose at center. Whitaker sends it ahead to get it into the zone. Poke check there. Jennings keeps it in for the moment, but now picked up by Gentry, who had the game-tying goal. Whitaker able to keep it in the zone once more. Intercepted along the wall by Cameron Workman, who shoots. That's pop-flied behind and over top of the net. Gentry trying to clear. Bush doesn't like that. Shoots it from the point off the glove. 2:15 to go in the first. That's set the length, but played by the netminder, so on we go. Flying into the zone here is Kearney, but has it poked away by Gentry. Gentry goes rink wide. Jennings swats at it to keep it in the zone. Osborne swings it over on the wall. Good communication there. Whitaker with a read on it, but couldn't get to it. Clay dumps it in for the ad team. Clay Bush picks it up. Oh, here's an intercept. Shot blocked by the stick of Bush, and off the skate of his own man, it stays in. Jennings inadvertently put his boot in front of it, and now it is out to center. Bush settles, looking for a stretch pass right there. Ed team read that. Now here comes Kearney. He's got some space to work with. Shot it off the mask of the netminder, and he'll hang on to it. Foot race for it. Here's a break for Vance. Tap just wide. Final half minute of the first. Tumble along the half boards. Scott dumps it in. And, a little bit of extracurricular activity there away from the play. Everybody plays nicely further on. Shot through the traffic there is patted away. Loose in the slot. Sentinels couldn't pick it up. Had a wide open net. Vance from distance. Wide. And that'll do it for the first. Good competitive first period. 2-2 is our score. And after a 90-second respite, we'll be back for the second. Second period about to get underway in this, our championship game of the Blue Ridge Pickup Hockey League. Sentinels and the Ed team are even at 2, headed to period number 2. Running clock in the 15-minute periods, and away we go. Kearney, both teams switching sides per usual for the second period. Kearney centers behind his intended target and now scooped up by Jay Taylor. Weaves his way into the slot. Backhander, what a save! That keeps this one tied. Dominic Hasek, 2-pad stack. Now the other way. Varney, a backhander. That might have glanced off the side of the post. Ropin in the middle off the skate of a defender and nearly in behind. Held on to in the corner. Pivot with it. Carpentieri trying to center. That's picked off and brought ahead by Liam Bridgerman. Or Bridgman. I saw an R that wasn't there. Centering pass picked off. And cleared out by Kearney. Too far for his intended target. And Max Ivanov says that's icing. See, whose helmet is he wearing? Trying to see the number on the back. Remember, both of these referees / players are goaltenders, so they don't normally wear those tiny little buckets. I think it is number 9. I think it is Damon Feruz's helmet. Damo, if you're watching, he's taking very good care of it. Here's Clay Bush. Lets it go. That's deflected wide. Loose side of the cage. And is it covered? Yes. So loud in here, almost couldn't hear the whistle. Kind of like last night. About 3,033 people in the building last night. Not the result we wanted, but the start was fun. And while we have a chance to remind you, we're back here Wednesday for playoff hockey. Now here's a break for the Ed team. Oh my goodness! What a save! Unreal stuff right there. With 12.5 to go, that keeps it tied. Gentry shoots off the pad. Bush off the glass and out to center. Gentry. Loose at center. Banks it ahead. Vance, that's onside. Dangles around a defender. He's in. Centers it. It's loose. And cleaned up by the Sentinels with the cage yawning. Banked ahead and out. 1-on-2. Workman into the zone. Holds the line. Battling with Gentry down the wall. And a wheel it around. Shot through traffic. Sticked away. Gentry picks it up here. He'll headman it. Gentry turns on the Jets, walks into the slot, shoots it, squeezed almost off the pad and in behind, but it is held on to. With 4 minutes gone by. That was a force of habit one right there. In the second period of this championship game. Bronze medal game, if you will, up next between the Clusterpucks. Let me make sure to get the plosive in there so no one gets confused. And the Woodboogers. Picked up by Clay Bush. He'll jet up the wing. Into the zone, into the slot. Shot shut down. Rebound side of the net there. Centering pass, nobody was home. Racing over to keep it in the zone is Kearney. Rink wide, Bush dusts it off the skate. I believe Taylor got in front of that one. And now thrown ahead, a little bit of room to work with for Bridgman. Walled off nicely by Kearney. Sent to center. Bebel gets it into the zone, delayed offside. Will play on. Bush far side, fanned on it. Taylor had it up over his twig. He'll get to it along the near side, try and send it in front. Behind the net, Steele Scott with a whack at it. Clay Bush trying to dig it out of the scrum and does. And pitchforks it out of danger. Bebel sends it ahead. Bush heading off for a change. Nice move there at center by Jeremiah Whalen. And dumped in. Ed team's got it back the other way. Taylor maneuvers his way towards the net. Good stick to break that up. And banked out by Scott. Bridgman fights through the stick lift attempt from behind. Weaves into the zone. Backhander just wide. Rebound off the backboards. Pinballing around far side. Picked up by the Sents. Nice little self-chip play right there. But Bebel able to beat him to it. Lima. Nice pass. Over to Zimmerman. Stretched on to Taylor. Taylor weaves around. Shoots. Pad save made. Off the stick of Bebel. Now a foot race for it. Bebel able to keep it away from Kearney for the moment. Kearney takes it away. Kearney tried to backhand it, poked away. Rimmed around, held in, far point by Whitaker. Now battle for it out top and now cleared out by Taylor. This may go far enough for icing, and it will. With 8 minutes to go here in the second. Ed team wins the draw. A little pirouette there from Brad Gentry. Gentry speeds in, right on. What a poke! It's loose! Over top of the net. Literally. Rope now trying to clear. Can't do so. Lima trying to hold it in. Still loose. Look at Lima battle for it. At the line, just barely scoots out over. Gentry banks it ahead. Smacked into the zone by Brad Hughes. Now Bush banks it to the point. Not out. Osborne holds. Osborne shoots off of Bush in front. Bush picks it up himself. He'll take it the other way. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Bush shoots it from distance, patted away. Jennings to the rebound, sends it on goal, and gloved and held on to. Six and a half to go in the middle period. Two is our score. Here's Gentry. He'll wheel it around. Bush holds, far point, shoots. Stick save and covered. Zent's calling for a line change here, I believe. Yep, they'll swap personnel. And team has really turned up the pressure here after the Sents got out to that early 2-0 lead. Sents trying to get it back, though. Shot blocked there, and now a foot race up the near side. Bridgman on a partial break. Oh, what a stop made there. Taylor to it far side, backhands it low. Bridgman behind the defense. He is walled off near side. Cleared to center, Gentry. Nice pass to Bridgman, but had his man hemmed in offside. That was Logan Clay that couldn't quite get out in time. Tapped down the wall by Workman and cleared to center. Near giveaway there. Now Gentry does have it. Gentry toe drags it. Delays, tries to center. Broken up. Bridgman sends it low. And now Workman to it along the near side. He'll just chip it to center. A little dangle there around Jennings by Osborne. Now poked away. And a foot race for it. Going to be picked up by Whitaker. He'll send it through the blue paint wide. And now a 2-on-1 for the Ed team if they hurry. McAllister. Taylor. Shot shut down. And the rebound cleared to center. Off of Bush and in. 4 minutes left. Rink clear. Bibell chips it in across the line to the far face-off dot. Picked up by the Sents and sent to length. This will be icing as Steele Scott put it into neutral to get the whistle. Could have gotten on his horse and gotten into fifth gear, but he's got Kai at home to worry about. He doesn't want to get gassed before he's on daddy duty later this evening. Yes, I did, Kelsey. Yes, I did. Puck loose in the slot. Rope. Knocked to the point. Held in by Bibell. That's blocked. Steele Scott ahead. Break if they hurry. Oh, the pass disagreed. Settled behind the net. Down and out. That shot stopped. That was Kearney that got to it. Bush can't quite hold the line. He'll snap it over, tapped into the zone. And now brought back ahead. Vance had a man there on the far side, but couldn't find him. Bush swings it over. Ahead to Scott. Knocked away from him. Stretched on and tapped into the zone by DeWild, who blows a tire. Shot from distance, sticked away. Now whack for it along the far side. Bush now. Gets it to center. Waiting on everyone in the red sweater to touch up, and they do. Vance, a little too eager there. Max Ivanov says, you can't do that. That's offside. 2 minutes left in period 2. We are still tied at 2. Reminder to stick around for the bronze medal matchup coming up at 7:30. Hughes. Then on to Taylor. And Hughes couldn't quite drag that back skate. Again, offside. 90 seconds left in our middle frame. There's a giveaway. Taylor. Oh, squeezed in between the pillows. Jim Cohen making another huge stop right there. McAllister couldn't get it around Clay Bush, who inadvertently collides with him. 2-on-2 the other way. Far side held in. Whitaker down the wall. Backhands it through traffic. Deflected away. Final 40 seconds of the second period. Bush. Couldn't quite handle that one. He'll go back into his own end for it in front of his goaltender, Cohen. Banked ahead and out to center. Workman. Along the near side. Gets around a defender. Workman. Backdoor feed. Too far for Whitaker. Now Lima. Sends it ahead to Taylor. 8 seconds. Taylor shoots it. Cohen. Blocker stop. Rebound there. Poked away from behind. Hack and whack time. Cohen went full Onion's pretzel mode to keep it out. He's earned himself a New Jersey hoagie after that one. Another 90-second break. 2-2 after 2. And a rock, paper, scissors scrap. Osborne stood no chance against noted rock, paper, scissors enforcer Alex Rowe. You know, I wasn't expecting it either, Kelsey, but that's the fun thing about this league here. As Jim Cohen's going to skate over to the other side. A little extra theatrics at the end of the second. Both of them will be hearing from the Department of Player Safety. This is for all the marbles and snacks. Bridgman shoots, pad save. Cohen rebounds in! Off of Cohen and off the bar and under. Mason Vance with the go-ahead goal for the Ed team, as they've put home 3 unanswered now. Battle for it, Bridgman. Now the Sents are going to have to turn it up a little bit. Dumped into the zone. Stretched ahead. Gentry intercepts. Kearney watching him. Good stick from Kearney. Stays in the zone. And now picked off by Bridgman. Gentry turns on the Jets. Here comes Gentry. Drag, shoots off the side of the cage. Bridgman, Vance. Looking for somewhere to go with it in front. Sends it through the blue paint to the point. Gentry, backdoor feed for Vance. Couldn't find him. Bridgman, wide. Looking for a tip in front. Gentry lets it go. Redirected just over top of the net by Vance. Vance, another shot as a Sentinel took a tumble in front. Cohen a poke. And this will be sent down. I think will be icing. Nope, they're going to wave it off. Said it went over the stick of Osborne. Oh, good stick there by Kearney. He'll leave it for Rope. Rope for Workman along the wall. Workman gets around a couple of Ed team defenders, sends it in front. Rope a shot, that's blocked. At center, dumped back in. Rope will be unable to touch it as he was hemmed in offside. Hoisted ahead and out to center. Taylor swings it to the middle. Picked off by Wallen. Nearly picked off there by Whitaker. And now brought into the zone. Poked back. Nope. Held in along the wall. Bibel shoots it. Cohen a glove save. Circle that one here with 3 minutes off the clock. Pass towards the middle. That was on goal and sticked away by Cohen. And now sent out to center. Bivell. Stepped up on by Jennings. Got it around him. Bivell into the zone. He'll shoot it. That's blocked. Comes on goal, and Cohen had to be ready for that. $11:20 remaining. This is for all the marbles. The championship on the line here in the BRPHL. Kevin Jennings can't get it out. That's loose side of the net. Cohen trying to get a cover to it, and they score! Out of the scramble, it's Taylor who snipes it far side and puts the Ed team up by 2. 4 unanswered. It has been a wild turn of events for the Sents. Looked to have all the momentum early on, but it's been all Ed team since they were down 2-0. Vance forced wide. Centers broken up. Bridgman to it. Osborne lost it. Look out. Here comes Kearney the other way. Kearney scores! That's Kearney's second point of the game. And the Sentinels are back in business. It is 4-3. That's all it takes to get some momentum back is one break. Bush and Vance going for it. They're tied up. Vance wins it. Bridgman shoots. Wide. Lima on the rebound. Cohen kept it out. And a whistle just as the puck came loose. This is Lima's first year playing hockey, by the way, and nearly put home a big one. Jay Taylor has the game winner as it stands now, the Toronto, Ontario native. Poked away. Here's Varney once again. Gentry picked his pocket. Or I should say Kearney. Gentry weaves his way in. Dangle shoots, scores! Oh, baby. Gentry with some silky mitts for his second of the contest and puts the Ed team back up by 2 with 8:10 to go. Just as the Sentinels looked like they were back in it, they're back down 2. Now get it across the line. Oof. Taking a tumble there was Rope, but he was able to get it in. Knocked away. Workman shoots. That's wide. Got to throw everything at the net now. Held in by Jennings. Backhander's blocked. They'll battle for it. Still it's loose and now cleared to center. Should not go far enough for icing. Bush ahead. McAllister has a man hemmed in offside. Worked out by Workman. Taylor dropped it back, deflected to center. McAllister for Hughes. Now picked off and thrown out. Still plenty of time. 6:55 to go. Jennings couldn't handle it. Bush now trying to stretch it on. That's off a stick and into the zone. 6:45 left. Taylor gets it in deep. Battling with Wallen. Side of the net. Centered. Oh, it's off the pad of Cohen. Workman rims it around. Bibel able to hold it in for the moment. Bibel walks in, shoots. Cohen got a piece of it. Chipped out of danger. As DeWild took a tumble there. It's picked up. And on to Bush. Pass is intercepted. Good stick by Bush to keep that in for the moment. Now cleared to center. Steele Scott's going to hop on it. Scott. Slap dumps it in. Bush chasing after it. On his horse. Tied up by McAllister. Bush has it. Centers. Oh, just over the twig of the intended target, Carpentieri. And now a stretch pass for Lima too far. And they're going to deem that icing. $5:25 to go. Rope. Carpentieri. Rope. Sends it towards the middle. Broken up. Now Vance. 1-on-2. Vance drags, shoots. Cohen glove save. And the whistle comes just as he tried to throw it out of his mitt and play it on. Mason Vance, a Minnesota native. He's a wildland firefighter for the United States Forest Service. Bibel at the point. He'll shoot. That's picked off by Kearney, who powers up the wing. Look at Kearney go. Kearney's in. Kearney shoots. Scores! Off the glove and in off the far post. And the Sentinels are back within one once more. Kearney's third point of the contest, his second goal. With under 4 minutes to go in this championship contest, and I believe we have a timeout. So that stops the clock with 3:59 to go, and we have a 90-second break. So there will be clock stoppages here the rest of the way. Five-4 game. It's all on the line. The championship of the BRPHL and the Infinity Gauntlet. 2-0. Oh, Cohen got it. Holy jumping Jim Cohen. Might have just saved the game. Sentinels looking to get some momentum off of that. Booted ahead. Held in, though. That's Bridgman off the stick of Kearney. Centering pass picked off. Stretched on. Osborne for Gentry. Poked away. And now brought back ahead by Vance. He'll shoot. That's off the leg and wide. Jennings couldn't get to it. Bridgman. 3:10 to go. Stick save. Cohen. Here comes Kearney. I should say that's Workman. Centers behind Rope. Kearney's got it. He'll go over to Bush. Bush up the wall. Workman has it knocked away. Vance into the middle. Kearney. Well defended there on Bridgman. Onto Rope. He'll try and touch it forward. Could not. And Gentry skates into his own end and now banks it ahead. Vance. A little feather pass into the middle. Cohen nicely plays it ahead. Gets it out. Carpentieri bumped off it. Couple of Ed team players collided there at center, and it'll be dumped in now by Whitaker, who's going to chase after it himself. 2:15 to go. Whitaker tried to work it away behind the net. Bibel overskated it. And Whitaker blocks the clearance attempt. Keeps it alive for the moment. Here's Bush on the pinch. Centers it to Steele Scott. Gets it down low. Carpentieri couldn't settle the puck down. Carpentieri now back to it. Centers it for Steele Scott. That's broken up. And team back the other way. Stretched on, tapped in by Taylor. Net is empty. Backhander broken up. Jim Cohen has been pulled. The Sentinels' net is empty. Steele Scott. They pulled him for the extra attacker. Foot race forward at center. Bridgman can't get it there. Scott, 85 seconds left. He's going to take it himself. Dumps it in. He's got Bush to his left. Gets it to Bush. Bush. Going to try and do it himself. Wraps in front. Still with it. Shot it wide. 65 seconds left in the title game. Kearney shoots. That's blocked off a body and wide. Bush racing to it. Centers it. One-timer just high. 50 seconds. Whitaker overskated. Carpentieri took a tumble. Held in by Kearney. Kearney shoots it. Oh, just wide, stick side. Not out yet. Whitaker one-timer blocked. Stretched ahead. Whacked out of the air by Scott. Played back in, 25 seconds. Delayed offside. They got to touch up. Taylor for the empty net. Blocked. Bush. Time running out. 14 seconds. Gets it ahead. Got to go. 10. Poked away. Would have been offside if they touched it. Gentry fanned on it. With 3. With 2. With 1. The A team back on top. Champions for a second time. Yard sale. What a moment. Ashley Lima, BJ McAllister, Josh DeWild, Nate Osborne, Jay Taylor, Brad Hughes, Mason Vance, Logan Clay, Brad Gentry, Jesse Bebel, Liam Bridgman, the A team champions once more. And the handshake line, no matter what level you're at, that's the best part of playoff hockey, is the handshake line after such a hard-fought series. In this case, a hard-fought one game, but you get the gist. The A team hangs on. Got a feel for the Sentinels, though. Had a 2-0 lead early going. Clay Bush started the scoring for them. Nathan Kearney, can't fault him at all. Jim Cohen was terrific in goal, keeping his team in it. But too much firepower from the A team. Jay Taylor, Liam Bridgman, Mason Vance, each with 1 goal. Brad Gentry with 2. And there is the trophy presentation. The BRPHL Chalice. And now the awards presentation's ongoing. Ash Lima, how about that? Her first time ever playing this sport, is a champion of the BRPHL. The Ed Team supporters certainly like it. Be sure to stick around. Game 2 coming up. Third place on the line. So we'll get the nets off, resurface the ice. And get the scoreboard updated. We'll take a brief timeout while we resurface and swap off teams and benches. One more time, the champions of the BRPHL for the second year in a row, the Ed Team. With a 5-4 win, battling back from a 2-0 deficit early on to win the championship game 5-4. Their second straight BRPHL title. Stick around, the Clusterpucks and Woodboogers coming up in game 2 for third place. Back here inside Hitachi Energy Arena for our third place game here on Blue Ridge Pickup Hockey League Championship Sunday. Brett Wiseman alongside you. Shelly's helping us out on the scoreboard. Kelsey Martian's our camera operator. The venerable ageless wonder Denny Sabo chatting it up with Dave Kwiatkowski. I think I got that right. A 15-minute running clock until the under 5 of the third period. Away we go. Kwiatkowski hits the deck. Sent out to center as the Clusterpucks. Let me make sure to get that P in there just so nobody gets confused. And the Woodboogers for third place after the A team took home championship honors earlier on. Denny Sabos tied up along the wall here by Kwiatkowski. Held in out top on the line. That's Jan Florian. Backhander here, just missed wide. Off the stick of Scott Ramsey. Knocked away by Clusterpuck captain John Dalton. And now moved ahead by the Clusterpucks up the far side. Dangling low, trying to center. That's off the skate of Gabby Alley, one of the coaches of our youth team. And one of our off-ice officials for Bobcats games, as that's waffle boarded aside. Denny Sabo's going to get to it here. And he gets it to center. Chipped into the zone by Holland. Holland down the wing. Looking in front, that's off a stick. Poked at behind the net by Chris Payne. And now stretched out. Kwiatkowski's going to win the foot race. On your giveaway there behind the net, but cleaned up. Sent towards the line. Held in by Sean Felton. But now here come the Clusterpucks. That shot sent aside off the stick of Zach Harbin. Holland had it poked away. Here comes Brandon Thor. Or that's not Brandon Thor. That's Richard Hyde, the captain, who backhands it wide. Forgive me, they both have large beards. Brandon Thor's bio, according to it, he's my personal confidant. I didn't approve the bio, by the way. I have not shared any deep, dark personal secrets with number 9 for the Woodboogers. Nor anyone else for that matter. I love Brandon, don't get me wrong, but I haven't shared my most personal stories with him. He's also president of the Danny Martin fan club. That much we knew. Section 104. Whoa. Here's a tumble. Here comes Hyde. 2-on-2 the other way. Hyde into the slot. Shots patted away off the backboards. And just scooped over top of the goal line and iced. By the Clusterpucks. With just over 3 minutes gone by in the first period of this third place game. Face off. Won by the Woodboogers, but picked up by the Clusterpucks. At center, poked away by Dalton. He'll muscle it down the wing. Loose at the red line now. And scooped up by Jan Florian. Florian forced wide. Along the wall, held in for the moment. Dalton gets it to center. In comes Scott Luke, dragging and shooting. That one blocked. Phil DiPietro got a piece of that one. Centering pass poked away. And out to center it goes. Here's a breakaway. 2-on-0. Gabby, Alley! Oh, what a save! Rebound! That's not in either. Whoa! What goaltending for the Woodboogers. That's our good friend Savannah Underwood making some spectacular stops as that's off her goal stick. Sent to the far side. Alley. Rink wide. Dalton. Alley here calling for it. Luke behind the net. Steps around Alley. Throws it rink wide. Picked off by Dalton at center. Dalton. Down the wing. Centers. Nobody was home. Picked up now for the Woodboogers. And cleared out. Kwiatkowski slams on the brakes. Tried to center. That's picked off. And chipped to center by Harmon. Brought back in by Hyde. Hyde swings it low. Down low. A shot by Kwiatkowski shut down. Denny Sabo tips it to center. Dalton now. Speeds into the zone. Contacted there. Gets it back. Centers it. One-timer wide. Rebound. Scooped up the wall, but not out. Held in by Harmon. He'll shoot it. That's off the stick of Hyde. He'll move ahead with it. Hyde speeds in one-on-one with Dalton. Good defensive play by Dalton right there. Now back the other way with it is Payne. He'll shoot off the stick of Underwood. Sean Felton. Kwiatkowski throws it over. Hyde, far side. Dangles it low, lost the handle on it, tried to center it. Denny Sabo can't clear, held in, loose in the slot. They score! Sean Felton puts it home. Beating Matt Brill. For the goal to put the Woodboogers in front 1-0 here in this third place game. Back come the Woodboogers into the zone. Centering pass broken up. And taken away along the wall here. That shot stopped by Britt, and he'll glove it and hang on to it. And we get a whistle here with 7:20 remaining in this first period. Picked up, shot wide by Florian. Zach Harmon able to get it out of danger. Here's Alley. That would have been offside. That had been touched by a cluster puck. Brought back into the zone by Harmon. Harmon fakes out a defender. Poked away. Now Denny Sabo couldn't quite handle the pass. Cleared to center. Hyde's going to get to it first. He's in on a solo break and scores! Excuse me, that was Dave Kwiatkowski on the solo break. 6, not 8. Counts just the same, and a 2-0 lead for the Woodboogers. Alley wins the draw as the Clusterpucks try and get something going here. Dalton across the line, shoots it wide past Underwood. Picked up at center by DiPietro. Goes off the wall in front of the benches. Picked up by Ramsey and thrown back to set it up to Luke. Luke is hounded in his own end here. And now we'll find Hyde. Sidesteps Alley. Hides into the zone. Drags. Trying to center it. A little bit behind his intended target. Loose at the circle. Now Alley. Couldn't quite settle it down. Foot race is on between Alley and Luke. Luke plays it away from Alley carefully. Luke through center. Now across the line. Down the wing. Drop pass. Hides. Settles. Drags. Shoots. Blocked courageously by the leg of DiPietro. Luke sends it ahead. Picked up by Dalton at center. Dalton banks it on. Holland lost the handle on it. Loose. Cleared to center. DiPietro in front of his bench. Sent it ahead. Scooped up. Brought across the line. Was close to offside. But we're going to play on. Stretch pass on to Hyde. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. Hyde drags it, powers it to the net. What a defensive play by DiPietro. And then a little extracurricular activity between Dalton and a Woodbooger player. I believe that was Thor. It was. Brandon Thor couldn't handle the pass. And that hopped over his twig. Dalton swings it over. Wrong person. Dumped back in by Hyde. DiPietro sends it to center. Luke backhands it further. Dalton with it now. Stretches it on. Onside by a hair. Underwood sweeps it behind the net. Holland centers off a stick. Jeremy Nastage, a.k.a. the firefighter. All right, Savannah, geez. Picked up here by DiPietro, knocked away by Luke. Luke back the other way. Everyone touches up. Luke drops it back for Thor. Thor trying to dig it out of his skates. And now Denny Sabo will get it further. There's a giveaway by Luke. Adamson has it poked away. Felton into the slot with it. Shoots. That's deflected high and wide. Kwiatkowski down low off the side of the cage. The rebound hopped just over the twig of Felton. Alley snaps it on, looking for Sabo. Broken up. Britton intercepted. Felton. Nice stick lift there by Britton, but a shot from the point is blocked. Rebound sent just wide. Out to center. Luke. Overskated a bit. Adamson had a chance at it. Now Alley. Off the wall and then off the skate and into the zone. Stretch to center. Kwiatkowski. Oh, big collision there, and Gabby Alley is down. We're going to blow it dead here and stop the clock. Oh, man. You hate to see that. Big round of applause for Gabby. Kwiatkowski has it knocked away by Britton. Good to see Gabby up on her feet. Shot by Kwiatkowski, patted away. Sabo couldn't find anybody. Hyde chasing after it. And now sent ahead. Holland backhands it around a man. Sabo and Britton combine at center. Neither could handle it. Here comes Luke. Swings it wide, centers it. Gwatkowski, stick save. Britt. Down the wing. Good poke there by Sabo. Woodboogers able to hold the line. Centering pass. Down low. Diving for it is Britt. Sophie Rosieski was the one that was stonewalled there. Jan Florian, who had the pass to the middle there, number 18, is a native of Strasnic in the Czech Republic. Get this, retired physical chemist who researched quantum tunneling and is a 2013 Nobel laureate. In other words, smarter than all of us combined. There's Jan Florian, who uses the science and physics of Isaac Newton to backhand that towards the net, but broken up. And that'll do it for period number 1. 2-0 Woodboogers back in 85 seconds. Back for our second period of our third place game. Woodboogers leading 2-0. Hyde shoots. That's off a leg wide, back of the goal. Centered out in front, and Britt's going to cover that. Further to Brandon Thor's bio, it says he's my best friend also. That part is true. The personal confidant part, up for debate. I mean, if he wants to join the media crew, he could become my personal confidant. That's what Kelsey just said. Kelsey and I stand next to each other for 28 nights a year, so you become close friends. You share things. Poke check there at the line, kept alive, swung over. Good to see Gabby Alley back out there. Good stick by Gabby, trying to fight through contact. Clusterpucks can't clear yet. Held in once more. A backhander by Florian sent aside. Jan, I'm sure well aware that the definition of inertia, or is it Newton's third law? Oh, they score! Bill Nye would be proud of that one. Jan Florian using Newton's third law, a force equal or greater than itself must act upon the object in order to stop it. Matt Britt was not the force equal or greater because he didn't see the puck. Three-0 Woodboogers. And back they come again with another scoring chance. Oh, nice glove save there by Britt, robbing Ramsey. Well, Allie will take the draw here. I'll try and get the Clusterpucks back into this one. They can't hold it in. Oh, Allie's got it, but she lost her twig. She's going to try and kick it in. No dice. Now, does it count as a distinct kicking motion if you don't have your stick? Now she'll head back and pick up the twig. That was an unfortunate break. Stays in play along the near side. Allie ahead. Oh, good play along the wall there on the pinch. Looked like might have been played with a high stick, but we'll move on. Kwiatkowski dangles a defender, sends it off the side of the cage. Picked up by Britton onto Allie. Allie, nice little self-chip play right there. Gets it behind the net. Swings to the far side. Gets it to the forehand, sends it to an empty spot near side. Harmon trying to center, tied up along the wall. Battle for it. Has his pocket picked by Nastage. Or excuse me, not Nastage. Evan Blake, the other 88. Blake at center. He was knocked away by Britton for the moment. Kwiatkowski waiting on folks to touch up there as Derek Cascarell took a tumble. Brought across by Kwiatkowski, who shot it just wide. Banked ahead to center. Denny Sabo with a touch. Hey, Ken Lee swings it over. Ken grew up in the hockey-rich nations of Alabama, Georgia, and Louisiana, and like me, big fan of dinosaurs. And dinosaur nuggets, I'm sure. Ask any Bobcats player about that infamous incident where I revealed that at Woodboogers. There's a shot that's shut down by Britt. Puck's loose in the slot. Kwiatkowski wrap special, no dice. Good poke there by Hey. Loves poke checks, hates lawn care. And this is iced by the Clusterpucks. Hey is the father of two amazing ladies and a carpenter by trade. Number 19 for the Woodboogers, Sean Felton. His wife, Amanda, just turned 40 back on April 9th. I'm sure she didn't want us to reveal that, but the sheet that I was given told me to do it. I read what's put in front of me. DiPietro swings it around, trying to center, broken up, held in though. Dalton up the wall and around. Hyde. Skates it to center. Hyde. Forced wide. Looking middle. Felton. No! Britt once, twice, three times. Make it four. A series of stops. Drop to the point. Shot from Hyde, redirected wide. And a collision there. Cole Holland tried to move that forward. Here's Florian. He has the most recent goal. And we'll ice it. Just over 8 minutes to go in our second period. Clusterpucks trying to get something going here offensively. In our third place matchup. Clusterpucks win the face-off, settled, shot down, rebound chipped wide. Thor beaten to it by DiPietro. DiPietro shoots, redirected, did that go in? No, says Max Ivanov. Savannah Underwood just able to corral that one in between the pads and keep it from going directly across the goal line. Gabby Alley to take the draw now. Tie up on it. Blake swings it around the wall. Britton holds. Sends it down low. Gabby Alley, near side, centered it, broken up. Ramsey trying to swing it in front, no dice. Nastage, the fireman, across the line. Looked like it might have been offside, but we'll play on. Everyone touches back up. Ramsey, near side, shoots it off the stick of Harmon and High. Gładkowski centers. Little bit off target there for Thor. Fanned on. Thor gets to it. Thor weaves it into the slot, shoots it. Britt makes the stop and melts it down. Update from Augusta. Rory McIlroy has won the Masters. He is the fourth man ever to win back-to-back Masters and the first since Tiger Woods in 2001, 2002. And unlike Tiger, Roy can properly operate a motor vehicle. Sorry, was that out loud? Gabby Alley, knocked away. Nastage able to clear to center. Blake on to Gładkowski. Drags and shoots, sticked away by Britt. And we get a whistle, so I thought. In front, Britt glove save. Rebound, pinballing around there. And it comes to the far side. Alley can't clear. Centering pass. Britt makes the stop and has it in between the pillows. Five minutes to go in the second. Woodboogers win the draw. Shot off a body in front. Gładkowski far side. Maneuvers low. Backhands it off the pad of Britt. Side of the cage. Comes for a one-timer. Britt got that too. Not going to take any chances. Britt will cover. Evan Blake is the one that let that one go. Hyde swings it down the wall and around. Gładkowski. Now to Hyde. Gładkowski shot blocked. Got it back. Backhander blocked as well. And the rebound stuffed home. Evan Blake is the one that stuffed it in there. Sent ahead by Hyde. The Clusterpucks trying to get something going here offensively. DiPietro able to force it low there. Picked off by DiPietro now. Thrown down low, looking for a redirect there. Couldn't find the target. Stretched ahead. Here's a chance for the Woodboogers. Good stick by Gabby Alley to break that up. Forced away by Dalton at center. Hyde able to get it across the line. Hyde weaves below the goal line. Backhands it behind the cage. Alley gets it to center. Chases after it. Nearly had a break there. Dalton with it now. Gets it around. Denny Sabo back to Dalton. Alley's got it along the wall. Tapped into the zone there. Picked up by Hyde and banked ahead. Overskated a bit. DiPietro will feather it ahead. Cuscarell gets it in deep. Hyde speeds up the near wing. Hyde powers low. Backhanded it wide off the body. Nice play to get that to center, and then a tripping penalty is upcoming. Well, whoever said it was horrible, I disagree. That looked like a good call to me, but last thing I'm going to do is question Maxim Ivanov's refereeing skills. Penalty is on Gian Florian. The Clusterpucks get a Hitachi Energy power play here. Yeah, we still have sponsor reads. Holland. Brought across the line, Britain. Holland combining to hold. Holland down the wall. Holland trying to center. Swatted away behind the net. Thor trying to clear, can't yet. Holland holds on the hound. Holland weaves down low behind the net. Slams on the brakes, centers it, broken up. Thor again will try and clear. Again, yep, now he does. Harmon couldn't quite settle that puck down. Harmon will bring it back across the line onside. Centered it. Broken up and now cleared. See if Britt comes out to play this. Foot race for it, shorthanded. Nice play by Britt. Sean Felton trying to take advantage there, shorthanded. Kwiatkowski banked ahead to center, intercepted. This is Harmon. Into the slot with it. Drags, waits. Off the side of the cage at the buzzer. 4 seconds left on the penalty. Now one more period here in the BRPHL coming up in 80 seconds. Period number 3 here in the BRPHL. 4 seconds left on a Clusterpucks power play. Before Jan Florian will be released. Out she comes. Picked up at center and smacked in. Here's DiPietro. Through center, over to Alley, back to DiPietro, up the far wall. Blake trying to stretch it ahead to Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski behind the defense with a break. Oh, what a stop by Britt. Kwiatkowski, the cooker of cuisine for his 3 children, almost cooked up his second goal of the contest. Oh, giveaway here, Gabby. Alley centers. Oh, a bit behind the intended target. And now a 2-on-1 the other way. Overskated. Payne gets it to center. Alley chasing after it. I think one of these days we need to mic up Savannah back there in net. Here's Kwiatkowski at center. Well, look out. Touch up. There we go. Whoop! One dangle. Shot. Oh, waffle boarded away by Britt. One timer. High. Had to work a little Chris Berman in there. Dalton stretched onto Alley. Alley in. Shoots it. Gloved by Underwood. It's loose. And there's the whistle. Forgot to change the clock to 15 instead of 20, where we had it preset. There we go. 12:50 remaining in the BRPHL season. Alley to take the draw. It is won by the Woodboogers. Looking for the stretch pass here. Denny Sabo almost blocked it. Harmon had it, lost it. Picked up by Felton. Felton in, backhander stopped, rebound loose. And now scooped up by Britton. Abby Alley calling for it. Picked off by Hyde. Hyde into the slot. Off the crossbar. Might have actually gone off the A post there. The intersection of the crossbar and the right pipe. Felton on the swing for Sophie Rosieski. Banked ahead, Alley. Couldn't work the self-chip. In the slot, shot deflected. Britt squeezes it on a knuckleball. Just over 3 minutes gone by in our third period of this third place game. There's a shot. Britt able to stop it. It's loose. Denny Sabo trying to clear it. Can't. Centering pass. Picked up. There's a shot deflected wide. Denny's got another chance to get it out. This time he does. Hyde has it poked away at center. Gets it back. Around Britton. Hyde in one-on-one. What a move. Scores! Richard Hyde, a human shell controller, makes it 5-0 Woodboogers. The acting captain for the Woodboogers, and one of the board members for admins of the BRPHL, and is a head coach in our Youth Hockey Association, and married to our official scorer to my left, Shelley. He's been playing hockey for over 30 years now, and you could tell with mitts like that. Here comes Harmon, weaving his way into the zone. Clusterpucks just trying to get on the board here in the final 10 minutes. Britton gets into the slot with it. Outside the circle, off the side of the cage. Underwood trying to play that ahead, could not. It's loose, somehow stayed out. Savannah trying to shut out the Clusterpucks here. Kwiatkowski working along the wall, wins possession. Backdoor pass was tipped away. And they score once more. Kwiatkowski's second of the contest. Backdoor feed there from Scott Luke. $8:50 to go. It is 6-0 Woodboogers. That's a serious number. Dalton sends it ahead. Nastage couldn't get it. Here's Jan Florian. Swings it over. Back to Florian. Broken up, and Britt will collect it. 8:20 remaining now in the BRPHL season. Florian shoots it, blocked, chopped ahead, foot race is on. Dalton waits, Gabby Alley, a bit behind her. Kwiatkowski looking for the hat trick. Beaten to it by DiPietro. Florian centers it. Kwiatkowski couldn't settle it down. Hyde will pick it up. Deflected by Alley. Dalton a pickpocket. And now knocked away at center by Florian. Oh, what a move there. Lost the handle, though. Did Sean Felton. Shot wide, despite a diving block attempt by Dalton. Hyde at the point. Down the wall, Kwiatkowski. Hyde scores. A one-time blast for his second of the game. Give Kwiatkowski a third point with the assist on that one. That is Hyde's second of the game. And it's the extra point for the Woodboogers to go up 7-0. Gabby Alley nearly had a break there. 6:20 to go. Britt plays it away. Backhanded on goal. Britt sends it ahead. Broken up and backhanded wide. Behind the cage it goes. They'll chop at it. DiPietro around the wall and out. Gabby Alley will pick it up far side. Alley in. Working on Hyde. Knocked away by Hyde. Hyde back to it. Weaves his way around a defender. Up the near side. Hyde in. Drag, shoots. Stopped by Britt. Rebound was there. Couldn't get to it. Looking for the Hattie. Hyde centers. It's loose. Knocked away by DiPietro. DiPietro powers along the wall with it. Pops into the middle. Holland able to get it to center. Hyde sends it in. Around it goes. Tim Ringley to the point. Hey, off a skate. Nestage sweeps it ahead. Holland just able to get rid of it. Hey has it picked off by Holland, or I should say DiPietro. DiPietro behind the net trying to center for Holland. Not there. Britton shoots. That one's deflected away, and then friendly fire between he and Nestage. Off a skate and a foot race for it. Britton will collect and bank it ahead. Scott Luke sends it over. Tapped on to Ringling. Poked away. Brought back ahead Holland. Offside. Just unable to drag that back skate. .420 to go. Here's Harmon. He'll swing it wide. Knocked off the puck. Banked to center. Final 4 minutes of the BRPHL season. Holland. Knocked into the zone by Cascarell. We will not be stopping time with the difference in score. We'll keep it running. Here's the 2-on-1 if they hurry. Sophie down the wall with it. Trying to center it. Still battling for it. Loose. Holland off the sidewall. Held in. Between the legs of Cascarell. Ringley taps it ahead. 3:20. Cascarell couldn't get it out. One-timer patted away by Britt. Stays in play. And now swung ahead. Down low. Sophie with the tip. Couldn't get it on goal. Good setup, though, from Scott Luke. Florian has it knocked away. Ringley gets it in on goal. Britt off the wall. Banked ahead by Holland. Held in. Weaving into the middle with it. Shot blocked. Rebound there. Cascarell on not out yet. Held in by Florian. Picked up by Hyde for the hat trick. Missed just wide. Cascarell gets it out. Holland brings it in with Payne. Holland shoots, blocked. Brought ahead, 2-on-1. Stick lifted from behind there. Dalton has it intercepted. Florian knocked away. Payne on to Gabby Alley. Alley waits. Side of the cage, centers it. Dalton settles it down. Gets it. Shot it. Was blocked. Dalton back to it. Trying to get it to Gabby Alley. She holds it in. Nicely done. Dalton shoots it wide. Picked up by Felton. Felton in. Waits. Dangles. Backhander shut down by Britt. With $1:20 to go. Final minute of the BRPHL season. 1 minute remaining. Kwiatkowski couldn't get to it. He'll get it back. Oop, between the legs. Hyde now shoots. That misses high. Rebound there. Hack and whack time. And picked up by Britt, who will get the cover. Kwiatkowski trying to get there. Hyde does. Keeps it in. Around for Brandon Thor. Thor trying to center. Kwiatkowski shot blocked. Thor shoots it off the side of the cage. That looked like it was played by a high stick, but touched by a Woodbooger. We play on. 10 seconds. Hyde shot blocked. Got it back, whacks it low with 6, with 5. Denny Sabo possesses Thor with 2, with 1. That'll do it. Third place in the BRPHL belongs to the Woodboogers, and a shutout for Savannah Underwood. How about that? As the Clusterpucks gather at their end after a fantastic season, Savannah Underwood finishes the year with a goose egg to boot. And we'll keep it here. We'll shake hands. Britt did a wonderful job in goal, everything he could do. Both teams shake hands. Our champion this afternoon, the Ed team, for the second year in a row. For the second time in the 3 seasons of the BRPHL. Shake hands with Max and Max. To quote Carson Andrioli, hey, thanks everybody. Thanks for coming out. This was a lot of fun, but more fun to be had on Wednesday night. We'll be here for a playoff game. The Blue Ridge Bobcats hosting the Port Huron Prowlers in Game 1 of the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Thanks for tuning in to Championship Sunday, the Blue Ridge Pickup Hockey League. We're back with playoff hockey of a different kind on Wednesday night with the Bobcats and Prowlers here on the Blue Ridge Hockey Network. Thanks to Kelsey Marshett for operating our camera this afternoon and evening. Shelly Ray, our official scorer, for all of them and all of you.